There we go. First of all, thank you for doing the test. It helps the school a lot. And it's good practice. Okay, so yesterday we talked about reporting problems, right? Here's some of the problems we went over yesterday. So the first thing you do is call, right? If calling does not work, okay, or if communication by email is easier, okay, because some places it's easier to, do the official email thing, okay. You can report a problem by email, okay. So again, we're going to talk about what information do you give, okay. Pretty much the same as with a phone call. The problem, specifically the problem, ask to get it fixed, full name, apartment number, address, okay. But there are a couple of things we want to add to this. So I'm going to copy this. Okay. So if, for example, you've already called and the problem has not been fixed, okay, what else do you want to say here? Think about it. The problem, your name, your apartment number, address, ask for it to get it fixed. Okay, so I want you to think about what else can I say because I already called and it's not done. So what do I want to add? So I'm going to have you look at this. Again, it's on Canvas. You know me, I put everything, all the information there. So just publish all of this. Okay. This is actually an assignment. Okay. But since we're going to look at it today, it's going to make it a really easy assignment. Okay. All right. So take a look at the email. So please look at and read that email. All right. So I purposely keep these simple because I know you're going to be tested on them. Okay. So let's go back to our list of what we put in the phone call. Okay. Christina had a great idea in the chat, which is bring up the fact that you already called and it's, hello, I need an update. It's not fixed yet. Okay. All right. So what is included in this email? What is the information that you see in this email that's included here?
I appreciate your attention to this matter.
Yeah, it's always nice to say thank you, right? So I even did both. I did thank you.
Mhm.
Adding this your attention to this matter, this is a nice way to say, hey, you need to do something, but you're saying it nicely. You're
Mhm.
saying, I expect your attention to be on this problem and I expect you to fix it, right? But you're saying it nicely. All right. What information is like the same as the phone call? Ooh, silence. Oh, teacher, we're completely worn out from the test. Oh, we can't do any more English.
We had to read again.
Oh my goodness. Oh, come on now. So what information was the same as we did on the phone call yesterday?
The problem?
The problem? Mm-hmm.
And my name is.
And full name. You notice it's a full name, first and last.
Mhm.
Apartment number?
Apartment number. Mm-hmm. There's our problem here.
And can you please to send to someone to fix it?
Send someone to fix it.
Mhm.
So this is basically exactly the same as you did in the phone call.
Mhm.
Okay. But we do have a couple of additions when you're writing an email, and especially when you're writing after a phone call. Okay. So there's a couple of new things here. There's the I appreciate your attention, which is, nicely telling them I want you to do something.
Mhm.
Okay. What else? What else is different?
Your name at the end?
Number.
Yeah. When you sign, you put your name again and the
Your
phone
phone
number, the
number.
contact information,
Mhm.
right? So here's the new stuff. Okay. What else?
There is an important thing when
At the
he let him know when is he available at the end of the next week.
Well, yeah, although this isn't really availability, he's saying, I want it finished by this time. So what you're saying is, I don't want you to wait 2 months to fix my problem. Okay, you want to give them a time. It's not quite available. That might, be in and out, but I know what you mean. Yeah, it's we're saying we want it fixed by this time. Don't tell me it'll be 2 or 3 months. Because if you just say I want it fixed, they'll say, "Oh, well, you didn't say a time, so I could do it like next month." So you want to give them a time, what we call a deadline, right? Finished by this date. Okay. So yes, that's something new.
And the
What
dear,
else?
dear
And
Miss
dear
Sandoval,
Mr. Sandoval.
the introduction, no?
What we call the greeting.
The greeting.
Greeting is like when you say hello or good morning. Y'all give me a greeting when you come to class in the morning, right? So yes, this is the greeting. Contact information. Two more things.
Mm.
What grammar did we do on Monday? What was that special grammar we did on Monday?
The has been.
Has been
Like,
doing. Oops, I lost my pencil. Yep. How long? Right? When you call the landlord, you can just say what's happening now. My sink is leaking. But again, if it hasn't been fixed, you can say, hey, this has been leaking for a week. You need to fix it. Mm-hmm. Last one,
Sincerely.
sincerely. Again, we are doing a formal email. You want a greeting? Always with dear. Okay. Dear does not mean like, oh, hi, honey. Dear is good for everybody. It's the official formal greeting. So you can use dear for everybody. Sincerely, there are different ways to do a closing. Sincerely is the most common and it works for everybody. So if you're not sure, use sincerely. It's always respectful. It always works.
I
Yeah, go
use
ahead.
regards.
Regards is another one you can use. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yep. Yeah, if you're gonna say love, you probably want to do that with your family, not like with your boss or the landlord or yeah, okay. Can you imagine sending that to your boss? Love, Christina. And be like, what? Can you imagine your boss's wife? Excuse me,
Yeah.
who is this? Okay. All right. And then of course you're sending an email, so I think I've said this before when we did an email before, but always, always, always put a subject. If there is no subject, it's a very good possibility that they will not open your email. Okay,
Mm,
I don't open emails with no subjects because a lot of times it's a virus. It's somebody
yeah.
trying to hack your computer or get in. So if there's no subject, I don't open an email. I tell my students, if you send me an email, put a subject, even if it's just hi teacher. Okay, then I know one of my students. So always, always, always have a subject. Okay. Okay, questions. Nothing yet? Or we're all just worn out from the
Um,
test. It was an easy test, man.
can you show us videos, for example, to how the right way to make an
An email?
no video, like conversation, like see the conversation about
The right way
someone
to do what?
making a request.
Oh, like requests for, oh, interesting. I will check. I will put that on my to-do list. There's grammar that goes with requests too. I wonder if I could tie that into the next module. See, watch out for your classmates. They're giving me ideas for more work for you. Okay. I will look that up. It's a good idea. Okay,
No,
so this
it's
is
to have
actually
fun.
on Canvas and it's an assignment. 7 questions, but very easy because we just did it together. Okay. This is a repeat of the email. Again, this is accessible, so anybody who's blind and needs a computer reader, that's why it's there, but it's just a repeat of the email. So when something says accessible, it's just a repeat. Okay. All right. You notice the email?
Yeah.
This is how I put it so that the computer can read it. Ms. Sandoval09@gmail.com.
Mhm.
Anyway, so that's why it looks like that. Okay, so the computer reader can read it. Okay. So here we go to the mini lesson. This takes the grammar from Monday and a little bit from kind of present perfect and kind of puts it together. Okay. So one of the things you need to report to the landlord or landlady is how long has the problem been going on? Okay. So depending on the problem, So let me go back to, depending on the problem, if you have one of those ing verbs, I'm gonna switch back to red. That green's too light. If you have one of those ing verbs, then you're gonna use that present perfect continuous. Has been leaking.
Has been leaking, has been
Has
working,
not been working.
has not been working.
Okay, and that'll give you how long it's continuing, right? So, but what if you get to something like this? My window has been breaking? That sounds
Has
weird,
been-
doesn't it? Has been breaking? You mean it's constantly breaking like every day?
Broken?
Or it's already broken? It's already broken.
Broken.
Okay. So in this case, you're using this participle. You're not using the ing one, you're using this one. But it's the same thing. Has been.
Has been broken,
Has been broken. Has been
Broken since
cracked. Has been
clogged.
clogged. So all you have to use is now you're using that, the past participle, really, like present perfect. Okay, but you're doing has been. And that will give you how long. So I have all this. Go back here. So my sink is leaking. That says right now, but we want how long. So you're going to change that is to a has been. Just like we did on Monday. Okay. If it's negative, then you change it to the negative. Hasn't been. Let me make this a little bit bigger. If you're on a phone, it's hard to see. Okay. So this is the basic rule. You change is to has been, or you change isn't to hasn't been. And you have the how long. Okay. So this is what I was just talking about. So for leaking or working, it's present perfect continuous. Okay. For things like broken or clogged, you have to use these past participles, broken or clogged. And this is what I just talked about. You would not say the window is breaking, like breaking, right? One moment it's okay, the next minute it's broken. So, a couple of examples. So if you say my lock is broken right now, you change that is to has been broken. And that gives you how much time? That gives you, the length. My refrigerator isn't working. The negative. Change it to silence. Could some of you turn on your microphones? I'm feeling lonely.
Hasn't been.
Thank you. My refrigerator hasn't been working. All right, so broken is the participle, working technically is a present participle. Okay. So just has been or hasn't been? Your adjective. Okay. One exception. And I put it down here as a bonus. Okay. You remember when we talked about I have roaches in my kitchen?
Yes.
That one is not going to work with been. Okay. This one has to be present perfect. Okay. Back to the old present perfect. So if you have, you're going to use have had. Okay, simple present perfect. I have had ants in my kitchen for a week.
Or I have had cockroaches
Roaches? Mm-hmm.
this in my kitchen. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I
I have had roaches in the yard since last week, or I haven't. Mm-hmm. So for have, it's just going to be basic present perfect. Okay. But for any of those other cracked, broken, clogged, working, not working, okay, you're
had
just
been.
going to use your has been or hasn't been, okay, along with the participle. Mhm. Okay, there's your assignment for this. You're going to change this to the 3-day form. So my toilet is clogged. How would you change that?
My toilet,
My toilet
it has been clogged,
has
been
has
been
been clogged
clogged
for
for
3
3
days.
days.
for 3 days. There you go. Exactly right. Okay, so I gave you 5 examples there. This is a bonus if you want to do it. Okay, there's no points on this one. The points are here. Okay. But if you would like to practice the, have had thing, go for it. All right. So that's the how long. So that's going to add the how long. Okay. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna actually have you do the first Canvas practice today in class. Okay, so we can talk about it, fix any problems, answer any questions. And then, like I said, if you do it here in class, you could just take a picture of that, put it in Canvas, and your assignment is done already. Okay. So what I'm gonna do, let me go back. I'm gonna take a picture of the example and put it in the chat, just in case you would like it. Yeah. I think we'll just take a screenshot and all right. I don't know if it will let me do that. Oh, it worked. Hey, copy and paste works on this. All right, cool. All right, I put a picture of this email in the chat. So when we're doing the practice, if you want to go look at the picture of the example, you can do that. What I am going to have you do, and you don't have to send this to me. Okay, but I do want you to try doing it on paper at home, and then we'll do it together and you can check your answers. Okay, but you don't have to send me you don't have to send me anything on this right now. Okay. Um, I have to shrink this a little bit. There we go. Fine. Come on, computer. There we go. Okay, so here's what you're gonna do. Here is the landlord's name. Okay. You are Alma. I'm sorry, boys, you're gonna be a girl today. All right. All right. Here is the story and the information that you need. Okay. You're going to write an email to the landlord. You can copy this part. Okay. And then you're going to include a subject, greeting, name, apartment number, problem, and how long, and when you want it fixed. Okay. So look at the example that's in the chat. Okay. Use this information to write an email. Okay, you're writing to the landlord, Mr. Chavez, and your name is Alma Gonzalez. All right, so hopefully you still have your pencil and paper out. For my techies, if you can get on Canvas, there is a fillable email form right there that you can type it in. Yeah, Ruby, I know you're working. It's okay. You'll just have to do it at home. Okay? So this is what I want you to do right now is actually write dear who?
Mr. Chavez.
Good. There's your landlord, right? So that's where you're going to start, right? Dear Mr. Chavez, my name is blah, 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 blah.
Or this is
Look at the
Alma
example in the
Gonzalez.
chat. Yeah, look at the example in the chat. Give it a try. Everybody write individually. And then when you're finished, we'll do it together. And you can check and make sure you got everything. Okay? All right, I'm going to pause the recording. Okay. So, yes, any simple subject that describes what you're writing about. Okay. So, broken window, window broken, fix my window, etc. Okay. And like I said, just ignore this whole thing up here. I will change your email form. All right. So how do we start?
My name is Alma Gonzalez in apartment 4C.
Dear
Nope.
Mr. Chavez.
Dear Mr.
Mr.
Chavez, you
Chavez.
must have a greeting.
Oh, yes, sorry.
Okay. Then between the greeting and when you start, it's good to have a space. So go down one line. Okay. Okay, now how do we start?
My
I put
name
this is
Alma
Alma
Gonzalez,
Gonzalez.
and
I
I live
live in
in
apartment
apartment
4C.
4C.
If you put and put that together, that's fine too. Like I said, you don't have to have the exact words. You just need to include the information, right?
Like someone.
I live in apartment, what?
4C.
4C.
Good. Now what do we need?
My
window
has been broken
Has been broken
for 4
for
days.
4 days.
Okay,
My
I want to
window-
check your grammar here. My window
That my window has been
Has
broken
been
broken
And
for
for
4
the
days.
past 4 days.
Ooh, the past 4 days. Nice. Getting fancy.
Mhm.
I like it. Yeah. My window's been broken for 4 days, for the past 4 days, for 4 days now. Okay, good. Okay. Next.
Could you
Could
please
you please
send
send
someone
someone to fix
I
it
really appreciate.
by Saturday?
send someone to fix it by Saturday?
So there's an idea of request. Could you is a nice, polite way to say it. Okay. Okay. Next.
I appreciate it.
Or
I
attention
appreciate your attention to this matter.
to this matter.
I'm gonna give you another way we say this option. You can pick what you like. Okay.
Your attention.
Your prompt attention.
Mm. I
Anybody
use
know what is prompt?
thanks in advance. Thank you in advance.
Oh, thank you in advance for okay, okay. But do you know what prompt is?
No.
Prompt?
It's like quickly.
Quickly?
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like quickly on time. So again, you're being very polite. You're saying thank you for your attention, but you're also saying I want it I want it done. I don't want you to wait 2 months. I want it done. Okay. So these are, like I said, these are just nice ways to say that I want this fixed. Right? All right. Then it's always okay to say thank you.
Sincerely.
And then
If we
sincerely.
say thank you for your prompt attention,
Alma,
we can
Alma
say again
Gonzalez.
thank you.
Yeah, in this case, you're probably not going to say thank you 2 times, right?
Okay.
So if you say thank you for your prompt attention or thank you for your prompt attention to this matter, then you could leave that out, right?
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean, appreciate is kind of like thank you, but thank you is a different word. So, but yeah, it does sound kind of funny saying thank you, right?
Mhm.
So yeah, you could leave that out if you're giving some kind of appreciation. Okay.
Alma
Sincerely,
Gonzalez. Alma Gonzalez.
again, full name. It's a professional email. Mhm. Finished?
Yes.
No, her
No.
phone number.
Uh-huh.
Phone number.
You have to tell me I'm not looking at it.
949
555
555
0254.
Okay. All the practices that you'll see from me, you'll see 555. Do you know why?
No.
It's never a real phone number. Nobody has a real phone number with 555. So we use that in materials so that people don't like try to call the number and say, "Hey, are you Alma Gonzalez?" It's happened. It's happened like with songs and things. People actually try calling the number and people have to change their phone number.
Hmm.
Yeah, if you ever heard the song called Jenny, 8675309. So that was the number, the phone number in the song, and people would call it. So the people who had that phone number, they had to change their number because they're getting hundreds and hundreds of phone calls. Because people wanted to try calling it and see if there was a Jenny there. Anyway, so all right. Jerry, do you have a special version of this?
Yeah, it's a little similar, but
All right, let's hear it.
yeah. I put it the next. My name is Alma Gonzalez. I live in apartment 4C. For 2 weeks, my window has been broken. Please, could you send someone to fix it by the end of? Because has been raining too hard.
Ah, because it has been raining and a broken window's a big problem, so he's adding a little extra in there. Good.
It's
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
extra reason.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
that's it.
cool. It puts a little more urgency on it, right? Where you're telling the landlord, hey, this really needs to be fixed quickly because it's raining and my carpet's getting wet and my furniture. And yeah. Cool. All right. So this is basically this is test number 2 next week. I would love to do it on Monday, which means y'all need to do your practice before Monday. Okay. I would love to do this test on Monday. This is basically the test. I give you a problem, just like you just saw on Canvas, and you write the email. The only difference is, of course, you cannot look at the examples when you're writing the email for the test. You just have to do it from your memory, from your head, right? But that's basically it. I give you a problem, how long, okay, the names, and you write the email. Content is the most important. on these kind of tests. You get points for content, having all the information. You get points for what we call form. Did you put a subject? Did you do a greeting and a closing? Okay. And then you get points for spelling and grammar. Most of the points are the content. Okay. So generally, if there's like 20 points, 14 or 16 are for content. And then a couple points for form, a couple points for grammar. Okay, so content's always the most important. But yeah, of course, if you know, I know you want to get 100% if you can, right?
Teacher,
Uh-huh.
I'm already send you ahead.
What?
I'm already send you ahead.
Oh, no, you can't send me the test ahead of time. Yeah, Haida, she's always trying to get away with stuff. I swear to God. Don't ever listen to Yahida. She'll teach you bad class habits. Okay. All right. Okay, so like I said, I don't know what happened to this form. I don't know why it just disappeared because it was there a day or two ago. But I will fix this immediately when we finish class. Okay, so by the time you get to your practice, this should be fixed. Okay, so back to modules. Let me show you your work for the week. Okay, so discussion. Okay. Housing problems. Pamela is the first one on. Thank you. Okay. The reporting problems. This was the example that we went over. And some very easy questions, just to remind you of the things that are going to have to go on your email test next week. Okay. This is the practice. Oh, sorry. This is the how long explanation. And you have 5 sentences to write. That's it. Just change the grammar to how long. There are a lot of pages, but most of the practices are pretty easy. So if they're harder, I give you fewer pages. If they're more difficult, if they're less difficult. All right, I will fix this fillable thing in a moment. Here's the practice we just did. So if you finished it, you could just take a picture of that, stick it on Canvas, done. All right. If you want to do it again for the practice, that's okay too. I put a little, did you include all of these things? Okay. There is one more practice like this. This is called the practice assessment. Same idea. And I'm going to make sure this form is right before I do anything. See? That's the one that goes there. Ay. Okay. Close them. No, don't save the changes because it's messed up. Okay, so same thing. You get a scenario. Okay. The landlord's name. This time you're a boy. Your name is Omar. You can use the fillable form or you can just type in the text box if you prefer. Okay. This is exactly like what we just did, but a different story. I suggest that you do this with not looking back at the examples, because on the test next week, you won't be able to look at the examples. So try doing this practice, no looking. Okay. And then to finish it, I have a story and questions for you. So there's a little story about the whole house hunt thing. Okay. And then some questions, both on content and guess what? I included present perfect continuous in the story so you can see how it's used. Okay. 5 questions. And that's it for the module. Okay. Christina. All right, I'm going to stop the recording.